What's up, guys? Today we are back and I'm going to be tying a soft hackle today, and this is an easy fly to tie just like the sandworm worm, but it's a little bit different. We're going to need a little bit different materials. So on this I'm going to be using these are just some feathers, some hackle feathers. You can use all different kinds, but those are like chicken feathers, and we're going to be using just a little bit of dubbing, and of course your bobbin and thread, your whip finish, and your scissors. And this is what the fly is going to look like when we're done. Just to go ahead and show you guys, it's just going to look like that. Now this one is just going to float right under the surface of the water, so that way the fish don't have to come up on top. And this is a good fly also for trout, bluegill, bass, just like the salmon worm is. And I'm going to be using some yellow thread just because it's going to look better on the back of the hook shank where it's going to be exposed. Alright, so just start by tying all the way back here, and this is just going to give it a base coat, and then you can wrap it back forward, and if you want you can put a little bit of a taper on it. That means that it's going to be thicker at the front and thinner at the back, so you're just going to have to put a little bit more wraps. Alright, that's good. Alright, now take it back to like the 2/3 point where you would tie in your copper wire, but instead you're going to be putting a little bit of dubbing on it. Now you can use all kinds of colors of dubbing. I'm going to be using just a damsel green color dubbing, and you're just going to be putting a very little. And if you guys don't know how to put dubbing on, all we're going to do is take it, pinch it, and then just like place it like using your index finger and your thumb, and just wrap it one way. And you can lick your fingers and it'll help. Pull it apart a little bit to spread it out so it'll be easier to wrap on there. Alright, so at the 2/3 point, just start wrapping. Once you think it gets thick enough, just wrap it forward. And this is just going to help to keep it a little bit afloat and not sink all the way to the bottom. Notice that we didn't put any copper wire on this. We just put a bead head on it, and then this is going to help it as well. So just going to pick a little feather, alright, and what you're going to do with this is you're going to grab it by the tip, not the base, the tip here, and you're going to pull all the fibers towards the base just so they kind of fan out like that, and that's going to give that hackle that like status, where it's just sticking out like that. And to make it a little bit easier to tie in, you can just kind of trim down the very tip here. That's going to give it like less surface area, I guess, in there, so it'll fit easier. Alright, so now that is tied in. If you guys don't know what you're supposed to do with hackle or how to put it the proper way, you can use hackle pliers for this also, but I'm just going to be using my hands. Alright, so this is it right here, and that is going to go back. Now if you tie the improper way, like this, you're going to stick forward instead of backwards, and you don't want that. I'll show you what that looks like here. See? It goes forward. You don't want that. You want them to go backwards. So you can grab it and twist it whatever way you want. Then just wrap it forward like this. just made 2 wraps just to give it a little bit more. It'll make a little bit more of a, like a, what am I thinking of here? A little bit more of profile in the water. There we go. And now you're just going to trim these up, because we don't actually want them that long, because it'll just mess up the way the fly is supposed to work. So we just trim them up. And strip them back. And when this gets wet, you guys know what it'll do when it gets wet is all of these fibers here, these hackle fibers, will just lay down like that on it. And for some reason, this fish like that. So, alright. Now your wet finish tool. Just take it here. I'm just going to do 4 wraps. And some people will use really bright colored threads right at the back of the bead, and that gives the fly what we call a hot spot, which is like grabs the fish's attention. If you do red, then like a predatory fish might think that it is bleeding or something like that. Alright, let's trim this up just a little bit more. Alright, so that looks pretty good. Here it is for you guys. Camera might focus here. Oh, there it is. And it's a very good fly for all different kinds of species. Like I said, trout, bass, bluegill, panfish, crappie, any really kind of fish that you want. And it's a very good fly for if there's a hatch coming off or anything like that, it'll work. And so there's another fly tying video for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.